Hello, my beautiful Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for first half of March 2025. I hope you're doing well. I've done a pre-shuffle, so let's start with some general messages and then we'll take a look and see what's going on for you in the love department. Your cards are really interesting so far. The first card out was the Goddess of Shadows, and it says, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. And this card really got me thinking. Whatever you think is a not so great trait about yourself, there's a helpful aspect to it. Okay, so let me give you a personal anecdote. People sometimes accuse me of taking things too personally. Okay, maybe I'm sensitive, but the good thing about taking things personally means that I'm a self-aware person. Like, I'm aware how my actions can impact other people. So think of how you can apply that to yourself. Rather than berating or criticizing yourself for one of your characteristics, I want you to see how you can use it to your advantage and use it to the advantage of others as well. Because I'm self-aware, I'm able to help other people become more aware of what's going on in their lives and in their world, right? And it kind of goes hand in hand with this card here, which you got. It says, surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us. Even in the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. When you think about other star signs as well, so Virgo is known for being critical, nitpicky sometimes, but it comes from their ability to notice the small details. They're detail-oriented people. So everything has a place. Everything has a purpose. It's all by divine design. What's another thing? If you're being accused of stubbornness, well, it's the stubborn people of the world that actually see to it that things that need to happen do happen. Like, they're determined, right? Another side to stubbornness can be determination, because there's that strong will underneath that stubbornness. So you know who you are more than anyone else. So I want you to think about how you can utilize your shadow to your advantage. The next card you got is the God of Conflict Resolution. It says you're being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. So, this goes to that saying, pick your battles. You could be carrying some resentment towards family member, friend, or even your romantic partner. But this card says holding on to resentments only poisons you. So try to forgive others for their shortcomings and just keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. And that, leads into the next card, which is surrender to what is. This is about the need to accept situations. But in your case, I feel like you need to accept people as they are. We can't change people. We can't fix them. Everyone is responsible for their own healing. So with that in mind, how can you resolve conflict? By accepting somebody for who they are and what they stand for. How can you, find common ground, and how can you work together to move past this conflict? Okay? Because it doesn't work to try to fix someone or force them to see your perspective. You've got flow with what is instead of fighting it, because when you can't change a situation, all that's left to do is compassionately accept it exactly as it is, and that is what's going to bring you peace. And there's no use obsessing over something that's not going to resolve the problem. So don't obsess about a person or a situation. Simply turn the dilemma over to spirit, and doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Okay? Yeah, so this card says it's time to clear old negative thoughts and feelings. This one. All right, so let's move on. I'm going to get a general message from one of my other oracle decks before we take a look at love specifically, okay? some room. All right. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Capricorn. First half of March 2025. What is the guidance for Capricorn, please, Spirit? What is the guidance for Capricorn? Okay, you do seem to be going through a bit of a cleanse right now. Overall, generally in your life, it's time to purge energies, situations that aren't working. Release excess to ensure swifter progress. So think about what needs to be disposed of, moved, or changed in your life. Because your courage to clear away the old will signal that you're ready for the next steps to be revealed. So this goes back to that card that I just showed you, the Angel of Space Clearing. What energies are just causing clutter and unnecessary noise in your life? Your courage to clear away the old will signal that you're ready for the next steps to be revealed, and then Spirit will show you a secret passage to escape a low point. Okay. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Capricorn. Yeah, you're being asked to use your spiritual power to free yourself of situations that aren't serving you. You're being helped to release tendencies to self-sabotage through things like ignoring your intuition and your own needs. Like that can be, you know, a pattern of people pleasing that's holding you back that needs to be released. Again, you're being called to move out of resentment. So we already saw that card before. Spirit is wanting you to move into a state of compassion. And while it can be very difficult to cultivate compassion for someone that's hurt you, what causes forgiveness to naturally occur and for compassion to arise is when we can feel the sorrow of someone else. What causes compassion to arise is when we can feel sorrow, understanding, and concern for someone else's suffering. So you're being asked to deliberately look for how you can relate to this person's pain, the person that you're holding resentment towards. I'm finding it really difficult to articulate. I feel like I'm picking up on Mercury retrograde energies, and I don't know when Mercury goes retrograde. But they're saying if you let go of resentment, it will set you free. And again, there's a need to accept situations as they are, because the next card is about the need not to force things. Avoid trying to force a square peg into a round hole. When something's incompatible, like oil and water, no matter how hard we try, we can't make it compatible. Okay. Let's see what this beautiful deck here has to say. I don't normally use this one. What is Capricorn's guidance, please, Spirit, in the first half of March 2025? Capricorn's guidance, please, Spirit. You've got culmination of vision. So things that you've been working towards, visualizing, are on their way to you, it looks like. Interesting. And you've got vulnerability. Sorry, Capricorn, my phone rang while I was reading. So you've got culmination of vision and vulnerability. What I'm getting from these two cards is that you might be being presented opportunities and you're afraid of how it might impact a connection. You're afraid. So for example, maybe you got an opportunity to work somewhere else, but that would mean you would have to go long distance with your person, and you're not sure how they're going to react to that. That's definitely a possibility for some of you, because we do have the Eight of Pentacles next to the King of Wands, and we've got the Death card here. So there's major change, and I'm getting you're not sure how to approach this when it comes to your connection. But I feel like with the vulnerability card, it speaks to that card that you got before about about using your weaknesses to your advantage, okay? Instead of trying to force anything or control the situation, how about you just sit down with your person and say, hey, I'm really excited. I've got some good news. I would really like for you to be on board, but with the Temperance card, how can we make this work so that it's a win-win for both of us? That's what I'm getting. So you're sitting next to the Temperance card. So it's wanting you to strike a balance and a compromise. You can see two substances being mixed here, okay? The way forward is not conflict. And so that's why you got the card before about conflict resolution. It's almost like you have to kind of create space for your person to think about how this might impact them personally, how this might impact the connection. Give them space, listen to their point of view. Because conflict and not giving them space to really think about what their preferences are is going to mean that you guys hit a snag, because we have the Chariot in the reverse, which is, things not being able to move forward. Any attempt to kind of control this situation is going to create strife, because that's another meaning of the Five of Wands. You're going to have to consider all of the variables, consider all of the pros and cons, and both come up with a solution to whatever this spanner in the works is. Okay? That's what I'm being shown. Let me just see which deck I want to use next. I think this one here. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Capricorn in love, first half of March 2025. What is the guidance for Capricorn in love, please? What is the guidance for Capricorn in love, first half of March 2025? What's the guidance for Capricorn? So if you kind of approach this situation in such a way as you feel like the other person is kind of trapped or cornered, or, if you try to pressure them in any way, as opposed to sit down and present this situation to them and let them go away and figure out their options, there's going to be conflict. That's why you've got this card. It says, abandonment trauma will lead you to sabotage your relationships as a way to affirm your fears. So if you automatically assume that this is going to be the death knell to your connection, and there's no way that your partner is ever going to be on board with whatever this is, whatever the situation this is, you're going to sabotage it. So I want you to let go of your expectations. I want you to let go of any preconceived notions you have about how your person may respond, because it's just coming from your fears, and your fears is what's going to create arguments, okay? Because you're going to be coming from a place of wanting to control the outcome rather than going with the flow, rather than trusting. Angels and Spirit, please show me what is the guidance for Capricorn in love. What's the guidance for Capricorn in love, please, Spirit? Yeah, see? Don't let negative thoughts interfere, because we've got a card that says, if your mind is flooded with memories and thoughts of a pain-filled past or a not-so-promising future, change your mind. You're letting worry and worst-case scenario get in the way here, is what it looks like. you don't know, maybe this person would be totally on board. Maybe this person would be just as excited as you for whatever this change is. What is the guidance for Capricorn, please, Spirit? What is the guidance for Capricorn? You got answers are coming. Just try not to preempt. Yeah. Give up being right and therefore give up being a victim. So remember that your person is, well, they're supposed to be on your team and that the two of you can work through this. You'll be able to work towards a common goal if you just give this time and space, is what it looks like. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Capricorn need to see, please, Spirit? I can't make this up. You've got a card that says, when we stop trying to control events, they fall into a natural order. We're at rest while a power much greater than us takes over, and it does a much better job than we could have done. So don't act, attract. Surrender is not weakness, it's powerful non-resistance. But if you try to get on the front foot and control the situation through things like guilting the other person or, you know, anger, or however, you know, you tend to try to gain the upper hand in the situation, and it can happen on a subconscious level. You've got a card that says anger does not work because we only alienate the person who could meet our needs. Okay, so don't preempt how this person is going to respond. Don't create an argument that doesn't need to be created. Do you know what I mean? I hope that this is making sense. I'm going to pull a message from the Soul Truth deck because I feel like that's calling to me. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what is the guidance for Capricorn in love and generally first half of March 2025? What's the guidance for Capricorn, please, Spirit? What's the guidance for Capricorn, please, Spirit? What is the guidance for Capricorn? And I keep saying to you, let go of your expectations about how this is going to play out. Let go of your preconceived notions and let go of preempting. You've got, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? And you've got, am I focused on what I want the most? Right now, you're fearing the worst case scenario. I want you to just use your imagination constructively and imagine best case scenario, okay? Because this card is saying one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. That's a Tony Robbins quote. So it's saying what we focus on grows. So ask yourself, is your life a reflection of your values, or do you need to make adjustments? And the need to let go of your expectations is saying the expectations that we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they're not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Okay. So you've got another card here that says you're on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there's risk, there's uncertainty and imperfections ahead, and failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. There's that word again, vulnerability. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You'll reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. So all of these cards are really speaking to each other. I knew I was needing to get this deck out. Okay, so we're going to finish. Actually, before we finish with a crystal spirit message, I want to see what your person wants to say to you. Just bear with me a second. Look, there is some kind of trepidation coming from your person. So when you break the news, whatever this is, and please tell me in the comments if I'm on the right track. Like, I feel like some of you, it's a change that comes about because of work. It could be a location change. There's something that is going to materially alter the structure of this relationship, you know, the dynamics, and it could be geography, it could be work. I don't know what it is, but your person does need a moment, some breathing space to reevaluate, because we've got a card that says, I don't know who I am anymore. This person may need to come up with options, like what they would do if they were to move to where you're going. Show me, what does this person want to say to Capricorn? What does this person want to say? I'm afraid to lose you. So if you're just vulnerable with your person and say, hey, like, there's this opportunity and I just can't let it go, but I really want this relationship to continue, then you can come up with ideas together and brainstorm together, because this person doesn't want to lose you either. Let's have a look and see what the crystal spirit message says. Angels and spirit, please show me, what is the guidance for Capricorn? You've got spessartine, garnet. Let's have a look. And I love it because garnet's your birthstone, right? Okay, it's asking you to be a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. So if you come to this person with fear and say things like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen, you know, this is going to just make a mess of this relationship, then you're not inspiring confidence in the other person, okay? So the relationship message is, you're a unique being with a light only you can emit. Do you think you have to work harder to make people like you? What if your soulmate is out there waiting for you to stop trying so hard and just be your glorious, amazing, brilliant self? What if your soulmate's waiting for your beacon to send out the message, I'm here and ready for a partner to shine with me? Today is a good day to recognize all that is attractive in you and stop trying to hide it out of some sort of fear that others might not be comfortable seeing you in your full glory. Shine brightly today. So you're afraid of something that's going on with you personally and how it's going to impact your person of interest. There's no need for this fear. You will work out how to move forward with this person, and you'll come up with a solution together. Do let me know if this resonated with you in the comments, Capricorn, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.